being in gratitude for the fact that I know that I don't have to create, I don't have to create anxiety. I don't have to create fear. I don't have to create pain and suffering. If I don't need to do that. I know that it's me that does that with my thinking. And I feel like lots of people are kind of, it's to me that's really simple. And it is when you get it, I think, but a lot of people aren't there yet with that. And what I feel is that, when we blame other people, when we blame situations, when we blame the weather, the politics, whatever it is that we blame for our situation and our suffering and our pain and our fear and our anxiety, it's we can't change it then. It's not anything, it's totally out of our hands. We feel powerless. And yet, I was kind of washing my dishes this morning, took Bo to school, washed my dishes, and I was thinking about this idea that I know I don't have to create suffering, anxiety, fear, pain. So it's like it's a place to come from. I've talked about it in my book. It's a place to come from. It's coming from love instead of fear, all of that. But I know that all of that is created in my thinking. And I know that it's all created by running into the present, running into the future, sorry, or going into the past, when actually, you need to be present. So I was like, wow, this is a totally amazing place to be. Because to be able to go through life without having, without creating any suffering. And, people will say, oh, it's okay when things are going well. I've got to the point where I can be at a place where things aren't going well. And I still know I don't have to create pain about it. I don't have to create fear about it. I've been going outside of my comfort zone recently. Excuse me, I've got a cough again. Been going outside of my comfort zone recently. Writing my book, marketing my book, now speaking at a big event, going outside of my comfort zone. And I know that it's much more enjoyable if I don't create any thinking about it. If I don't create fear, and if I don't create worry, and if I don't kind of compare myself to other people and all of that stuff. So I've come to a point where, and gratitude, I can have nothing and be totally grateful. I don't have to create lack if I have nothing. So it's a very interesting place to be. It's a fantastic place to be. And, I would love for everybody to be in that place. And it's not that hard to do. But you cannot do it. You cannot be that person. You cannot be in that place where you don't have to create that about everything. You have to be kind of aware. You have to be present. You have to be not blaming anyone else, taking accountability for the fact that, I create my reality. I am creating my future, the things that I do. So it's like, creating, I'm on my third book now, I've been creating books. I'm speaking at the expo in May. Everything I've done, I can see that things have built up to that. So I was approached about that because I've got the Women Spy Leaders Network. So that's been going on a while. So that started as an idea. So it's steps build on top of other steps. So I'm creating my reality. I'm creating my reality every day by the way that I show up and how I view things, and that I show up in the present. And I've noticed as well that the people around me sometimes, because I'm in that present place and I don't have to create, I know I don't have to create fear or anxiety, all of these things. I've noticed that sometimes the people around me try to pull me into theirs, which is really interesting. And I know that that's about their fear and anxiety. But sometimes I used to get pulled into that. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, well, hang on a minute. This is not my stuff as well. So it's like, stay where you are. Stay here. So, because that's more benefit to everybody anyway. But it's an amazing place to be. And I want, it's what I talk about in my book as well, in terms of presence and coming from a place of love and all of that. So I would love for everybody to be there, because that is, to me, that's reality. All these things that we create with our thinking distort what's actually going on anyway. So if you're doing any of that, if you're jumping into the future, the past, if you're creating fear, if you're creating anxiety, if you're creating lack, all of these things, and I've seen people with lots that are in lack, and I've seen people with nothing who are not in lack. So that is a mindset. But it's where are you with yours? Are you knowing that you don't have to imagine being at a place, and it's fantastic that you don't create. That's why I was doing this. I was washing my dishes. I was thinking, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm at this place where I don't have to create any of this stuff, and I know I'm present and I'm in gratitude, and it's a fantastic place to be. And to me, that's freedom. Yeah. So it's amazing. So I'd like for lots of people to be able to do that too. And that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, because I thought I can reach a lot more people that way. And you know what, that's why I'm going to meet a lady later and talk to her about anxiety and her journey, and a little bit about the book as well. So it's spreading the message more and showing people what's possible, because when you're in that place where you're creating fear and you're creating anxiety and you're creating lack and all of those things, but you don't see that you're creating it, and you think it's the situation, or you think it's the people around you, or you think it's the traffic, or you think it's the kind of the weather, whatever it is that's causing you stress, yeah, you're stuck. You can't do anything about it. Yeah, so you need to get to a place of knowing that you create that. And it's not even that you have to create something different, like I talked about that in my book. You don't have to create something different. You just have to stop creating it. Stop creating fear. Stop creating lack. Stop creating worry. Stop creating stress. Yeah? Because once you know you're doing it, you just need to stop it. That's it. Be present. Stop jumping into the future. Stop jumping into the past. That is, just stay. Just show up where you are. That's it. Show up exactly where you are. That is freedom. So have a lovely day. Hope you enjoyed that little chat. And it gave you something to think about. Have a great day.